These are just some of the images growers around the state were faced with in the wake of Hurricane Michael late last year, as the cotton industry suffered more than $300 million worth of damage. But despite its impact, the mindset of the farmers wasn't greatly different heading into this year's crop.
No, I mean, we know as painful as last year was, it's hopefully a once in a lifetime event. So you don't forget the lessons you learned in those years, but to dramatically alter our plans, based on what it was most likely a once in a lifetime event, we really didn't change a whole lot.
However, the memory of those storms did have an impact later in the season, as heavy rains during harvesting forced some farmers into changing up the routine in order to speed up the process.
So I actually got on the phone and called two of my neighbors that were nearly finished, and I got them to come help us harvest about half of our crop. I've always harvested all of my cotton myself, but memories of last year and the losses we sustained last year were fresh on my mind, and I was willing to make the investment to get this crop out as soon as possible.
And that plan has paid off, as this year's harvest is on track to finish up well ahead of schedule.
It will be. I've been farming, next month will be 28 years, and I think 1 year out of those 28 years have we been finished by Thanksgiving. And if we miss the rain on Thursday night, we should be through by Friday, and this will be by far the earliest that we've ever been finished.
And that will have a positive impact on the quality of the cotton, as the quicker the farmers can get it out of the field, the less chance the crop has to run into problems.
Oh, absolutely. The longer the cotton stays in the field, the more yield you have a possibility of losing, as well as the yields degrading. And so the quicker you can get it out, the better. Once that bowl of cotton opens, that's when and once it opens and fluffs out, it's at its optimum as far as what it will weigh and what it will grade and what it's worth.
And that's good news, especially this year, as a difficult growing season resulted in less than ideal yields for the growers.
Well, it's not the crop that we had hoped that it would be when we started. We had an abnormally hot summer and fall, and I think that trimmed our yields a little bit. I would say that probably mediocre yields, but compared to the last 2 years where hurricanes and rainfall have affected us so significantly, this is really a bumper crop compared to those 2 years. So although it's not what we had hoped for, not even what we thought it was, still very thankful for what we have and thankful that we're nearly finished. But I do think that for the first time in 3 years, I'm going to be able to pay my bills, and that's a pretty good feeling.
Reporting from Dooley County, I'm Damon Jones for the Farm Monitor.